Ginawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yasher Allah, Yahweh, Allahaginawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yasher Allah, Yahweh, Allahaginawa, Yahweh, Achad, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Hashem, Chagodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. I also I want to say peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right. And the reason why I entitled this live stream Spirit Like the Wind, because I'm just going to go in the spirit. I had a couple things on my mind, and I'm just going to go. All right. And the first thing that I had on my spirit is going into health. Going into health. And, there's a scripture where it says in Sirach, a cheerful and a good heart have care of his meat and diet. And one might ask, why are we going into health, on a GMS page or a Spirit Wind Judah page? Well, health is part of our culture. And you have to understand the times that we're in and the kingdom that we're in. All right, this is the most wicked kingdom on earth, to the point where even the earth is defiled. The earth is literally defiled. There are minimum nutrients in the soil. All right, and not only is the earth defiled and our produce is defiled and the animals that we eat are defiled because the earth is contaminated. But I want to say 55%, according to this doctor by the name of Dr. Furman, 55% of the American diet is processed. So when you come into this truth, it's not just about pulling up through the drive-thru and telling them no bacon, man. All right, I have reason to believe the Most High is calling the hopeful elect into the state of purity, even in the way we eat, man. All right, decalcifying our pineal glands. All right, going on cleanses and detoxing. That's a part of the path and the truth. Getting closer to Yahweh Bashma Shai, healing from a lot of things that we've accumulated in Babylon. All right, and the Most High reveals a lot of things to you when you're cleansing, you're detoxing, you're fasting. That's part of it. But now, and furthermore, your regular everyday regimen of food that you intake, man. I think about Elam and Moab. All right, part of drinking herbs in the form of tea, taking herbs as a form of tea, that's a form of their culture. So why shouldn't it be a part of your culture? And I believe it probably is a part of our culture as Israelites, that we drink tea, herbs in the form of tea. That's just a regular form of building our immune system up, building our body up, all right, putting necessary properties in our body, all right? Because I think back, man, all right? I think back. We were taught in elementary to say no to drugs, but we were never really taught to say no to processed food. As a matter of fact, during lunch, we ate processed food. You remember those little square pieces? Then they fed the children of Israel, all right, pork, man. We had catfish, all right? So along with defiling the laws, they gave us processed food. So the odds of us being addicted to hardcore drugs is slim because we've been taught to say no to those things. But our people are still addicted to processed food. Of course, our people don't follow the dietary laws. All right, but those things are important, man. All right, health. That's why I always say peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect, and not causing our own effect and not having the wrong mindset. I don't believe in causing my own sufferings and then blaming it on the being in the truth or blaming it on Satan. All right, because some of your sufferings are self-inflicted because you've made poor decisions in your day-to-day life. For example, if you're dealing with pain or illnesses, all right, it could be a result of what you're putting into your body. But you can't say, well, I'm just catching hell or it's Satan. No, it's you, man. It's your poor diet. And that's why I do these videos to constantly push out that vibration and the encouragement, the spirit and energy of staying on that high level, man. that high vibration, so to speak. All right, I believe 70% of the earth is water, 70% of our body is water, 70% of our diet is supposed to be alkaline. All right, plant-based. All right. So what I've realized, because they say like 95% of diets fail, but part of being born again is relearning what food is. Of course, you keep the dietary law. That's set in stone. But furthermore, all right, furthermore, you learn what food you're supposed to eat that's beneficial and primary for your body. All right. So there's this thing called G-BOMBS, which is an acronym for greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. And I believe those are vital things that you're supposed to take on a day-to-day basis, man, or make an effort to take them on a day-to-day basis. But I also believe that that's something we ate heavily back in the homeland, and we ate fish. So I'm not saying eat 100% plant-based, but you know, you align those things with fish. Of course, we ate lamb, okay? But the difference between Babylon and Jerusalem, all right, not only do we eat excess meats, we eat processed meats, all right? But another thing that's a paradigm change is that the majority of our diet in America is meat, carbs, where there's the majority of the diets in the healthier cultures in Jerusalem, it's more plant-based, man. So, for example, you might eat a soup, right? You might eat a soup and it has a bunch of beans, it has maybe leafy greens, it has onions in it, but then on the side you have your chicken or fish, more commonly fish, all right? Whereas in America, you might order just a big 30-piece box of chicken. You might have some fries. You see how that type of American culture can deprive you of putting life into you? So if you eat those leafy greens, that's putting life into you. You're in those roots. I was looking at Senegal. I was looking at some people in Senegal making a recipe, all right? I think it's called the Jaffa recipe. But I noticed how they was putting a bunch of, they had the beans, they had onions, and they had the carrots, they had a lot of roots. They're just throwing it all in the stew, man. And it looked so delicious. Of course, they had the herbs and the spices, but the whole, and then they added the fish. I'm like, man, that's how you know that a lot of West Africans are from Israel, man. Because I believe we had a lot of stews and a lot of soups. All right, because Jacob made Esau what? Soup or a stew. Okay? So that's something we ate more commonly, man. Not just junk, or processed, or fried. Even when you fry, if you fry in oil and whole wheat or healthy flour, that's not bad either. But it's just the process of how they deliver food to you is what makes it poison. But, you know, brothers can attest to that when you go on certain cleanses, you go on certain fasts, you might let go of liquor for a week, maybe a month, and you feel more in tune. And there's nothing wrong with liquor. All right? But brothers can also tell you that when you're actually healthy or you feel healthy, you feel clean, you're more into the spirit. All right? The Most High deals with vibrations, man. And, you know, he always admonished prophets, all right, to go on a cleanse or a fast when he wanted to reveal heavy revelations. But I've noticed that when you do good to yourself, you know, it gives you a more noble, dignified spirit. Your esteem boosts. You know, you boost your self-esteem, man, and how you feel about yourself. All right? So, look, we're in Babylon. We don't do it perfectly. We all, you know, deviate into junk here and there. But you should make that a minimum. You know? I'm not saying be Dr. Sebi, you know, but one of the main detriments here in Babylon, is Shalom, brother. One of the main detriments here in Babylon, man, is that processed food, man. I don't believe in necessarily eliminating food groups like meat or bread fully, because I think that the reason why it's been eliminated because we only know the processed version of it. then we let go of the processed version of it. We say, man, I feel so much better when I let go of meat. I feel so much better when I let go of bread. But I was talking to a guy from Lebanon who owns a Mediterranean restaurant, and he said, man, if the bread lasts more than 3 days, it's not bread. If it doesn't mold after 3 days, it's not bread. It's bread all in our culture. All you read in the scriptures is bread. But the bread we see on the shelf, it's packed with a bunch of preservatives, and that's why you feel a whole lot better doing a feast on unleavened bread. All right? For a lot of brothers, I can't speak for every single brother, but a lot of brothers, they feel clear-headed because they got that gunk out of them, man. All right, like they said, this meat that we get delivered is processed. But King Solomon in his court, everybody in his court, they ate meat every day. But the meat that we receive over here is processed. See, they at least give you the illusion that you can eat like a king every day, eat like royalty, but it's just a junk food, poisonous version of it. Because real meat, this grass-fed, grass-finished, it's expensive, man. It's expensive, man. That's why the majority of the world, they eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains. They eat a lot of bread because it sustains them all day. Taking care of your temple is key. Hey, another thing is key is exercising, man. In Babylon, exercising is key. Anytime you can exercise a good 20, 30 minutes, and you can break a good sweat, because what are you doing when you sweat? You release toxins. Like a brother always says, you know, demons, they thrive in a filthy environment. They thrive in toxicity. So if your temple is full of toxins, that creates a haven for demons, or that can create a haven for demons. But when your spirit is clean and you're running or you're exercising and you're constantly cleansing out toxins in your body, it makes it harder for demons to cohabitate, because demons gravitate to filth. Demons gravitate to filth, man. Okay? Like I said, one thing that was very powerful in my walk in this truth was making an effort to run consistently, man. And I paired that with the Mediterranean diet. Oh my goodness, man. I've done different things. I've done different diet, keto, vegan. But when I started running consistently, and I paired that with that Mediterranean diet, you know, oh my goodness, man. You know what I mean? That was a power move, you know? Like I said, every brother has their thing, and you have to find your thing. But if you didn't get anything out of this live stream, at least understand, do not shit yourself in this truth. Do not give yourself, hey, the scripture says, do good to yourself. Do not give yourself low-grade stuff, man. The Most High, he doesn't deal with that. Don't get me wrong, you can still be in the truth and eat poorly. There's always that brother that eat hot dogs and fries, and he doesn't look bad. But for the most part, that stuff catches up with you, man. You know? Processed food, man, it's like the devil, man. Like I said, if your brother eat processed food, it's not a sin. It's not a sin. But man, that shit, man, you could Google. It's on Google Images, right? You could Google like a chart, and it tells you what all foods add to your life and what foods take away from your life. Like I know a hot dog that takes like 7 minutes away from your life per hot dog, man. Ain't that some shit? A processed hot dog takes like maybe 10 minutes, but I forgot the exact minutes, but it takes minutes away. Then you have food that adds minutes to your life, like a banana or nuts. Parts of the world people live the longest, the more nuts they eat, the longer they live. So cultures that have nuts a part of their day-to-day life, all right, they live longer. And I just speak as a man. I say this only as a man, but I've noticed that the food that the Most High creates that increases your libido, increases your sex drive, usually that's food that probably extends your life. Because like Dr. Sebi said, you can't open up your body. Your body doesn't come with a zipper. It wasn't meant for you to open up your body and see what's going on. So it's certain indicators that's showing you that you're doing the right thing. All right, so when it comes to natural foods like nuts and seeds and fruit, and you notice when you take these things, you get a better quality of sex. That food is probably enhancing your life and extending your life. All right. Like I said, you can eat nuts on a daily, pecans, walnuts, cashews, Brazil nuts, pine nuts. I haven't begun to eat pine nuts yet, but that's my next investment. pine nuts. Let me think, sunflower seeds. I plan to make some nut milk. I've made nut milk in the past with almond milk, cashew milk. It's some heavy stuff, brothers. Nuts are very powerful. Nuts and seeds are very powerful, man. Nuts, seeds, that enhances, that gives you that slow burning energy. You know, mineral water is very powerful. That sparkling mineral water, all right. That Mountain Valley, what's that Italian? Pellegrino, I think it's S. Pellegrino. That water, man, it sustains you. Because a lot of times I choose not to really eat at work, and I get weak unless I take mineral water. Like if I take mineral water, like if I don't take mineral water, then I have to get some peanuts or get a snack, a snack at the snack machine, right? If I take the mineral water, I don't need no peanuts, you know? It's something about those minerals. We got to eat for minerals, eat for nutrients. And of course you have your macronutrients, your protein, fat, carbs. And it's very easy to get that. I say you eat your lean fish, all right? You get, grass-fed this, grass-fed that, like your lamb, right? But generally you eat for those those micronutrients. And there's always a balance. Like I said, 70% of the earth is water or alkaline, 30% is land. 70% of your body, some would say 90% is alkaline and 30% basically acidic. So the acidity is a balance in your body when it comes to meats. Like I said, meat wasn't originally the enemy. It's processed fucking meats, man. All right? And the more I meditate on this, because I've been meditating on health lately, and think different things, like I've been meditating on beans, like the power of beans in your body and why the Most High wants you to eat beans. All right, chickpeas was in our culture, but the more I meditate on food that comes from Yahweh's earth, I noticed, like, shit, you walk into a store, 90% of the food is bullshit. I walk into the gas station to get some gas, but I walked into the gas station, like, literally everything on the aisles was junk food, man. Like, the stuff that'll kill you is right there on the shelf. It's right there on the shelf, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, 99% of the stuff you walk into a gas station, man. That stuff is trash. It's processed, it's fried, it's packed with preservatives and chemicals. It's trash, man. But it's hard to navigate around it, and that's the point that I'm making. It's hard to get around that stuff, man. So it takes effort to go against the grain and eat clean in Babylon. It takes effort to eat with awareness. You don't have to subscribe to a law. As long as you're keeping a dietary law, you don't have to subscribe to a label, but you want to eat with awareness. Eat with the intention that I'm eating to benefit my body. And everything you crave, there's a quote-unquote alternative for it. Like if you're a man that likes chips, man, plankton chips are awesome. You could go to places like Whole Food or Kroger, or get some plankton chips, all right? I like dried fruit. Dark chocolate, all right? Like I said, that's just the name of fruit. But you have sugar cravings, all right? You got fruit, you get dry fruit, all right? You got smoothies, all right? Like, so you got plankton chips, man. The elder Yashima put me on those plankton chips are awesome, man. All right? Everything you crave, there's something from the earth that's not processed that you could take as a replacement. And it's really how you be successful when it comes to eating clean. You be honest with yourself and say, what do I crave? And you find a healthier, more organic version. That way when the cravings come, you don't have to renege, or you don't have to go back on clean eating just to fulfill your appetites, man. All right, but they'll just say, spirit with the wind. Spirit is like the wind. You know, something else in my spirit. Hey, I hope you brothers and sisters will edify who are tuning in. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakudash, double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone well. Peace and blessings, health and weather to the house of David the elect. Abba Baal, come Yahshua, Shalom.